I parked beside her father's white Jaguar, fingers trembling over the worn leather steering wheel. My reflection in the rearview revealed shame stitched across every wrinkle, last chance optimism dangling behind tired eyelids. Emily insisted tonight would mend the rift, restore faith, heal our wounds. The mahogany double doors opened before I even knocked. Her mother, pearls snug against a flawless collarbone, ushered me inside with eyes that dodged mine like moths fearing flame. They despised me. That much never changed. Dinner began tense. Roasted lamb, mint jelly, emerald beans, plated as if we dined beneath Versailles chandeliers, not suburban Connecticut ceilings. I tried smiling, forced laughter, nodded through finance talk, chuckled at her brother's crypto losses, sipped wine I couldn't pronounce. Then it happened. A chime. The living room television blinked to life without warning. Apple AirPlay. Someone's phone? I turned. Everyone turned. Failed son-in-law, unemployed, disappointment, inadequate. Silence strangled the table. Forks froze midair. Emily's face drained pale, lips parted, disbelief flooding her gaze. Her father's voice broke through. "Who sent that?" I didn't answer. My heart thundered against my ribs like fists against locked doors. I stood, excused myself, barely heard protest. Down the hallway, into the guest bathroom. I slammed the door shut, leaned over the sink, stared at my pathetic reflection. But something unexpected happened. The doorknob twisted. Soft knock. Her cousin, Harper, entered without asking. She shut it behind her. Locked it. "Rough night, huh?" she whispered. I didn't reply. Couldn't. She moved closer. Her scent, honeysuckle, danger, silk sheet. Bare shoulder visible beneath an off-shoulder dress, one strap slightly slipping. I should have walked away. But I didn't. "You shouldn't be treated like that," she murmured, fingertips brushing my wrist. "You're not a failure. You're just misunderstood." "I'm married," I said. Hollow. Robotic. My body betrayed me. Eyes tracing her curves, my pulse quickened. "She doesn't see you anymore," Harper whispered, standing toe-to-toe. "I do." She kissed me. I should have pushed her away. Instead I kissed back. It wasn't gentle. It was urgent, forbidden, electric. Months, maybe years, of rejection, belittling, emasculation, all combusted into that single moment. Her nails dug into my neck. My hand found her thigh. Heat exploded beneath cold fluorescent light. When we pulled apart, breathless, her lipstick smeared my mouth like blood on a battlefield. "You deserve better," she said, unlocking the door, slipping out silently. I stayed frozen for minutes, maybe longer. I splashed cold water across my cheeks, wiped away evidence, fixed my collar. Returned to the table. They stared. "I lied," said a migraine struck suddenly. Emily touched my arm, worry replacing suspicion. I nodded. But Harper met my eyes. And smirked. Emily suggested fresh air might help, so we stepped onto the veranda. Wind tugged her chestnut strands gently. Cicadas murmured nearby, shadows flickering across the manicured hedges. She leaned close, her voice soft, filled with echoes of innocence long buried beneath routines, payroll arguments, unpaid electric bills. "I know you're trying," she whispered. I nodded. She took my hand, squeezed it with fingers that once carried promises, wedding bands, shared keys, ultrasound photos. Now they felt distant, ghosts wearing skin. Inside, clinking glasses, forced conversation continued. Her father raised another toast. Something about legacy, reputation, grit. I tuned it out. My thoughts weren't in that room anymore. They were upstairs, where Harper had disappeared minutes earlier. Temptation curled through me like smoke slipping beneath locked doors. I followed. Upstairs hallway creaked beneath my step. Photographs lined the walls. Emily in ballet flats, braces. Her graduation portrait. A family beach trip. Every frame a shrine to someone I no longer recognized. Harper's door stood ajar. I knocked once. She answered wearing an oversized sweater, gray, off-shoulder, exposing one collarbone, hint of bare thigh. Eyes like wet ink met mine. "Didn't expect you," she said. "I shouldn't be here." "You already are." Lightning outside cracked distant skies. She reached out, pulled me in. Curtains rustled. Carpet muffled our movement. Her fingers slid beneath my shirt, traced the map of my guilt. My mouth met hers again, hungry, desperate, drowning. We didn't speak. Buttons scattered across floorboards. She bit my shoulder hard enough to bruise. I lifted her against the wall, hips colliding, breath lost. Her moan echoed in my ear, like a hymn chanted in cathedrals of sin. We collapsed onto the bed. Nothing gentle remained. It was war. Afterward, silence stretched between tangled limbs. Raindrops began tapping the window. She played with my hair, smiling faintly. "She never touches you like that anymore," Harper said. "No. You pretend everything's okay. But it's not." "No. I won't tell," she promised. "Unless you want me to." That part scared me. I dressed quickly, avoiding mirrors. Back downstairs, Emily asked where I'd gone. I mumbled something about checking my voicemail. Her suspicion flickered like a match, then disappeared. Dessert arrived, cheesecake with raspberry drizzle. I barely tasted it. Harper never looked my way again. Until I left. At the door, she brushed past, whispered in passing, "Tomorrow. My place. Noon." Then she was gone. Emily kissed my cheek goodbye. Her lips felt colder. Her apartment overlooked the river, old brick walls meeting modern curves, minimalist furniture, monochrome canvas prints, candle wax pooling beside half-finished novels. I arrived early, nervous. She answered barefoot, wineglass in hand, silk robe barely tied. "I didn't think you'd come," Harper said, voice soaked in mischief. "I shouldn't have. But you did." She turned, walked inside. I followed. Afternoon sun cut golden lines across the hardwood. Her perfume lingered everywhere. Warm vanilla, something floral beneath. Music played low, slow jazz, each note teasing the space between us. "I don't usually do this," I lied. "Liar." She set the glass down. I caught my reflection in her window, haunted, hollow. Still, I closed the distance. Her robe slipped without resistance. Naked, unapologetic. We collided again. Faster this time. Frenzied. Against the wall. Across the table. On the couch. Her teeth left marks. My hands gripped desperation. Time vanished between gasps, groans, sweat-soaked skin. Afterward, she lit a cigarette, cracked the window, blew smoke with practiced poise. "You keep pretending this is temporary," she said. "But we both know it's not." I stared at the ceiling. Cracks in the paint mirrored the ones inside me. "Do you love her?" she asked. Silence. She laughed. "Didn't think so." I sat up, dressed slowly. Shame pressing against every button, zipper, step. She didn't stop me. Before leaving, I looked back. She didn't wave. Rain started again. Typical spring downpour. Sudden, unapologetic, cold. I drove without music. Without thinking. Emily wasn't home. The house felt foreign. Empty. Fridge hummed louder than usual. Clock hands ticked like judgmental metronomes. I paced. Showered. Scrubbed Harper's scent from my skin. Didn't work. Emily came home late. "Car broke down," she said. "Dad picked me up." I nodded. She didn't ask where I'd been. That scared me more than anything. We watched television, some reality show. I didn't remember a second of it. She leaned on my shoulder. Familiar weight, but distant warmth. Eventually, she went to bed. I stayed on the couch, staring, imagining Harper's smirk, her touch, her whispers, her threats. 1 week passed. No messages, no calls, no accidental run-ins. Just silence. But silence from Harper didn't feel like peace. It felt like a held breath before detonation. Emily started planning our anniversary. "Just a weekend getaway," she said. Smiling. Reaching. Trying. I pretended. I cooked her breakfast. Took her shopping. Rehearsed compliment. Wore cologne. Even cleaned the garage, something I'd avoided for years. It wasn't guilt. It was survival. Because Harper wasn't finished. On Sunday morning, I found a note in the mailbox. White envelope. Lipstick kiss on the seal. Inside, one photograph, me. Her. Tangled. Unmistakable. Beneath it, 3 words scribbled in red ink. She deserves truth. I nearly vomited. Burned it in the fireplace. Watched ashes drift like dirty snowflakes. Then sat there, shaking, until Emily entered with 2 mugs. Pancakes, she asked. I nodded. At dinner that evening, just us, candles flickering between half-drunk wine glasses, Emily raised her phone, laughing. You won't believe this, she said. Harper just posted some weird stuff. Private story. Just 1 second. I snatched it. Too late. The screen showed everything. My body. Her face. Moans echoing from her speakers. Emily's smile vanished. Time froze. She said nothing. Just stared. Eyes wide. Pupils shrinking. I opened my mouth. Useless. She stood. Knocked the chair backward. Stormed toward the hallway. I chased. Wait. Please. Let me. She slapped me. Hard. Don't, she whispered. Another blow. I didn't resist. Tears carved lines down her cheeks. Her fists pounded my chest. Over and over. Screaming. Crying. Collapsing. Eventually, she crumpled into the carpet, sobbing into her knees. I sat beside her. Didn't touch her. Didn't speak. Because nothing mattered anymore. Emily left the next day. Suitcase packed. Eyes dry. No words. Her father called that evening. Didn't yell. Just said, "You humiliated everyone." I didn't answer. The house became a tomb. No laughter. No warmth. Just memories stuck to cold surfaces. Every room a crime scene. Harper texted once. "You're free now." I blocked her. Weeks passed. I found work, something temporary. Manual. Mindless. Paid in cash. No friends left. No family willing to listen. Even my brother told me to get therapy. Maybe I should. But mostly I just sit. On that same couch. Watching the same screen. Wondering when exactly I became a stranger in my own life. Wondering if this pain will ever become something I deserve.